Hey guys, Ron here, and I've always been fascinated with how the Pokemon world works. Just like the real world, the creatures that inhabit the world of Pokemon coexist and relate to each other in various ways. In this video, I'm going to outline all the Pokemon who have some kind of relationship with another Pokemon, based on information from the main series of games. This video will be split into 4 parts. First, I'll talk about biologically related Pokemon, Pokemon who are literally related through a common ancestor and are similar species, like how Mewtwo is a clone of Mew. Second will be Symbiosis, Pokemon whose relationship is mutualistic or commensalistic, meaning that they both benefit from each other's existence, or at least one benefits while the other isn't really harmed at all, like how Remoraid attaches to Mantine. The third category is all about prey and predator Pokemon, like how Heatmor eat Durant. And the fourth category is about Pokemon rivals, 2 Pokemon who constantly fight for food, territory, or sport, like Zangoose and Seviper. There are way more Pokemon in each of these categories than you'd think, and I will probably miss a few. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about Pokemon who are obviously related, even if they aren't in the same family, like the Reggie trio or Latios and Latias. By the end of this video, you'll understand the world of Pokemon way more than you did before. Let's begin with Pokemon who are somehow related to each other biologically. Of course, all cat Pokemon or all bear Pokemon are closely related, but here are various Pokemon that the Pokédex explicitly takes the time to mention the relationships of. Deontay is a sudden mutation of Carbink. That's an entry-level Pokemon fact though, but did you know Drowsy shares common ancestry with Munna and Musharna? I guess that's pretty evident considering they're both based on the Baku. Something more surprising is how it's stated that Skorupi, Venipede, and Centiskorch are similar species. I mean, they're arthropods, but almost all bug Pokemon are, so Skorupi's relationship with these centipedes is surprising. Seismitoad and Toxicroak are said to be similar species as well. Both are amphibians with swelling protrusions. Gastrodon is a relative of the Cloyster family. Both are mollusks like Amistar, who happens to be a distant ancestor of Octillery. Both are cephalopods. But some Pokemon are ancestors to entire types of Pokemon. Anorith is an ancestor of some modern bug-type Pokemon, and Archeops is the ancestor of bird Pokemon. Mew is the ancestor of most Pokemon in general, and Arceus basically created trios like the Lake Guardians and Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina, whose existence allowed for life as we know it in general. These are some deep connections, while the Pokédex seems to be a bit shy when describing Miltank and Tauros' connection. They are mentioned as counterparts. The extent of that isn't super specific. So how about we move on to Pokemon who share some kind of symbiotic relationship, Pokemon who coexist in a very specific way. For example, not only do Flygon and Crocodile get along, Flygon actually intentionally causes sandstorms so Crocodile can be concealed while both of them hunt together. Pinsir and Heracross are also very friendly to each other in Alola. Dwebble and Hippowdon have a special relationship. Hippowdon will protect Dwebble by letting it dwell in his holes so that Dwebble can dislodge any large stones that clog up Hippowdon's ports. And while Drapion picks a fight with any Pokemon, it actually respects Hippowdon enough to avoid fights with them. Cleffa are big fans of shooting stars, therefore this Pokemon loves Minior. Dragalge get along with Delmise, and Corphish seem to scare off all Pokemon that live near it. They tend to live in murky water, but Feebas, who also inhabit those types of lakes, usually stay. Speaking of homes, here are a few Pokemon who rely on other Pokemon for shelter. Druddigon actually uses Excadrill and Onyx tunnels as their territory. Onyx tunnels are a primary home for Diglett as well. Dunsparce are even known to share tunnels with Diglets in perfect harmony. Emolga will use Pikipek holes as a home, and Corsola will allow Pokemon like Luvdisc to find shelter in their branches. Pelipper carries small Pokemon like Pyukumuku in its spacious beak. We still don't know the purpose of this though. It usually immediately gulps Pokemon it scoops up, so if Pyukumuku isn't swallowed, they must be benefiting each other. Here are a few Pokemon who also don't particularly harm the Pokemon they seem to benefit from. Slowbro has a Shelder attached to it. It doesn't seem parasitic since Slowbro doesn't feel it at all, and even gains a bit of intelligence from it, all while Shelder sucks on that tasty tail. The Hypnos in Alola don't even have to bother eating human dreams. Their main targets are Komala, and I don't think they mind. Galarian Weezing loves consuming the fumes of Trubbish's burps, and Teddiursa uses the pollen collected by Beedrill to make its honey. I'm sure if Beedrill really minded, they'd seriously maim Teddiursa. Cutiefly likes Gossifor's pollen, and Grottle's berries are eaten by small Pokemon like Starly. And obviously Remoraid, like real-world Remora, stick onto Mantine and eat whatever leftover food it can get. Some Pokemon use other Pokemon in relatively harmless ways, even though the other Pokemon doesn't have the awesomest of times. Rhyperior will occasionally fire Geodudes and Roggenrola from its holes, and Spoink actually carries a Clamperl Pearl on its head. Yamper are used to hurt Wooloo, and Unknown are summoned by Arceus whenever it needs to create matter. Are they Arceus' minions? Are they part of it? Are they the 1,000 arms of Arceus spoken of in mythology? I don't know, but what I do know is that there are some Pokemon that eat other Pokemon. That's right, this category is all about prey and predators. Obviously, Pokemon like Sharpedo will eat anything that touches water, but here are the Pokemon who are known to be specifically targeted by other Pokemon. Let's start with unhatched Pokemon. Sandaconda eats Durant eggs, Sneasel and Ekans eat Spearow and Pidgey eggs, and once they hatch, Pidgeotos prey on the living eggs known as Execute. Shut up, I know they're seeds, this is just a segue. Pidgeot eat entire Magikarp, while Toucanon and Aipom love them some Bounsweet. Swallow are natural predators of Wurmple, while these caterpillars usually have the ability to ward off the Starly that attack them. Starly successfully hunt Cherubi though. Cubone's natural enemies are Mandibuzz, and Corviknight eat entire Bunnelby. The meteor-eating Rayquaza munches on Minior, while in ancient times, Archeops preyed on Ammonite. Talonflame eats small birds like Pikipek and Wingull, while Wingull eat fish like Wishiwashi and Finneon specifically. So what are the aquatic Pokemon eating? Well, Wailord eat entire schools of Wishiwashi just like Dugong. Staryu is nibbled on by Pokemon like Lumineon, but they easily regenerate, just like the Slowpoke tails that Cloyster eats. But Kingler is able to pry open Cloyster shells and snack on them. Rufflet has the ability to crack open Shelder shells as well. Bruxish hunts Shelder and Marini, while Marini and Alola infamously hunt Corsola. Cramorant is known to consume Aracuda, and Dhelmise are some of the few to prey on Wailord. Sharpedo eats any sea creature the size of Wailmer and smaller. Interesting to note that Golisopod and Grapploct battle it out, and whoever wins usually eats the other. Outside the sea, Scolipede and Sensascorch fight each other in the same way. The loser is food. Heatmore eat Durants, while Spinarak and Pineco particularly love the taste of Cutiefly. Gumshoos and Furret actually eat Rattata, while Sableye steal Carbink from Gabite and eat them. Alolan, Grimer, and Muck love eating garbage, and that includes Trubbish and Garbodor. That wasn't a joke at the expense of Trubbish, by the way, it's literally true. Glalie prefer eating Vanillite since it's already frozen, compared to the other Pokemon that Glalie has to go out of its way to freeze in order to consume. Sandile eat Trapinch, and Snover is hunted by Galarian Darumaka, not for their meat, but rather their berries. Abomasnow usually protects them though. Weavile, however, eats anything, from Alolan Vulpix and Sandshrew to Mamoswine, which can only be taken down by a pack of Weavile. There are some parasitic Pokemon who don't straight up devour their prey. For example, Joltik stick on small electric types, specifically Yamper, and suck their electricity. Elekid steals Togedemaru's electricity, and Mothim steals Combee's honey. Behem steal entire Wooloo, but we don't know why. Metang pursue Nosepass since they're attracted to magnetic minerals. Pikipek tries to eat Metapod, but it pecks its hard exterior to no avail. Same with Corvisquire, who try to peck at Steenie, but this teenage fruit is able to ward them off with their kicks. It's almost like a rivalry between the two. Speaking of which, the following Pokemon are rivals. They don't eat each other, but the first group of rivals fight over food. Carvanha and Basculin compete with each other for food. Lumineon and Lantern compete over who gets a chance to eat Starmie. Surskit and Dupiter, I wish it was called Dupiter but it isn't, fight over meals, while Garchomp and Salamence battle midair for the food they've hunted. Cutiefly and Butterfly have minor tussles over nectar and pollen. Aww. The following group fight over specific objects. Meowth and Murkrow fight over prey and specifically shiny objects, which Murkrow sometimes steal from Gabite, who hoards shiny objects. Sableye eat gems, so it also clashes with Gabite from time to time. Bisharp and Fracture have epic battles over places with sharpening stones, so they can hone their blades. There are many other precious places Pokemon fight over. The following rival Pokemon fight over territory. Growlithe defend their territory from Wild Rockruff, and Skarmory fight Corviknight over terrain. Tyranitar and Duraludon fight for mountain territory in Galar, while Ambipom fight with Passimian over land. Shiinotic's turf is constantly being taken over by Parasect. Some rival Pokemon simply hate each other and fight to the death, or respect each other enough to frequently duel. Persian and Berserker hate each other. They just have conflicting personalities, but it's nothing compared to the rivalry between Zangoose and Zaviper. They're both born to want the other one dead. Carablast and Shelmet have their whole thing going on. I'm not going to explain it, I'll let you earn your stripes and find out on your own. Heracross and Pinsir are rivals with Vikavolt. They constantly clash. The Purloin line is hard to say. The Purloin line are proud rivals of the Nickit line. Thievul is also enemies with Bolton. Seems like Thievul is just not that good of a guy. Roggenrola and Roly-Poly hate Dwebble because it's constantly trying to live inside them. But some rivalries are healthy. Pangoro likes to challenge Obstagoon. Sirfetch'd and Escavalier have been dueling for centuries. Machop lifts Gravelers to train for their battles with Makuhita. Whenever a Kingdra and Dragonite meet, an epic battle ensues. And finally, Oranguru and Slowking enjoy coming together and matching wits at the beach. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and subscribe for more. Check the description for the t-shirts I made for you guys, my Patreon where you can get cool rewards like seeing my videos days early, or you can get the same rewards by pressing the join button and becoming a member. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram where I post my artwork, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!